10th of December 2016, she went into early labour. She was only just 8 months pregnant, and consequently on the 11th, my granddaughter was born, only with her mum and dad for 3 hours, and then she was whisked away to special care baby unit. Unfortunately, she had to stay in hospital quite a while, and in the meantime, my son and his girlfriend were going back to the flat and doing whatever they needed to do. Social services said, we can't bring this baby home. The day before Christmas Eve 2016, we had a phone call from the fostering saying they wanted to meet my husband and me at home, so I dashed home to see what it was all about, and it was like, this baby's got to leave hospital the day after Boxing Day. If you don't take her, she'll go into the fostering system, may never ever come back out of it. Almost 5 years later, she's still with us, and now we have special guardianship order, so we have full parental rights over her. Lily is a pleasure to have. She can be a total nightmare, but she is lovely. Throughout my time of visiting my son in hospital when he was very, very seriously ill, or when I visited my son in Marshgate Prison, I was never, ever personally offered any support from anywhere. At the same time, I was dealing with social services and the fostering department. There was nothing that they could offer me. In fact, quite the contrary, I thought that they was actually putting more pressure on me in wanting to jump through hoops that sometimes felt totally outrageous. I did go to the doctors, and the doctor did put me on a very, very mild antidepressant because of all the different emotions I was having to deal with. It was quite chaotic in a way. One time my son was fighting with the police again at home. The policewoman, after they'd taken him away, obviously were very distressed because of this, what have you. And the policewoman said, have you heard of York Carers? And she'd known somebody who had been. And she said to me, I think they do something about substance misuse. Firstly, I didn't want to ring up York Carers and them go, oh, well, no, you're not looking after anybody who's disabled or who's terminally ill, so you're not a carer. As soon as she said substance misuse, it rang bells, and I thought, yeah, that might be the place where I need to go. I was too busy trying to find help and a way to help my son that my own needs got lost. I do think that it would help. Okay, so for the people who are getting their lives disrupted through their loved one's addiction, I do think that that would help in that add another group what run alongside, somewhere where you can go, where you can get one-to-one support would help, but also support the children. And I mean, not just grown-up children, but young children. Because I know it won't be long before my granddaughter starts asking a lot of questions about why she is with me. I'm going to have to be able to tell her in a way where it's not condemning her mother or her father for what they have done. You know, it may leave her a little bit damaged. A support where it can be for young children. And I don't mean just, oh yeah, well, you just speak to a social worker and that'll sort that out, because whenever I've had problems, addiction isn't 9 to 5. 9 o'clock on a Friday night when you're supposed to be winding down for the weekend, and I just would dread it. If I'd have been able to have picked up a phone and spoken to somebody and said, I'm really anxious, I'm really stressed, the drug dealers have been banging on my door, just to have been able to have picked up the phone and rung a helpline or a support would have been so much better.